Good morning, everyone. On September 14, 2020, Secretary of State Yoshihide Suga was elected as Japan's 26th president of the Liberal Democratic Party. Out of a total of 534 votes, Mr. Suga had 377 votes, Mr. Fumio Kishida had 89 votes, and Mr. Shigeru Ishiba had 68 votes. Yoshihide Suga, the new president, has climbed to the top of the Liberal Democratic Party as a non-hereditary councillor. 71 years old. First of all, please listen to your inauguration greetings.
ただいまの両院議員総会によりまして、新総裁に進出をいただきました菅義偉であります。どうぞよろしくお願い申し上げます。まずは自民党総裁として約8年、内閣総理大臣として7年8ヶ月にわたって日本のリーダーとして国家国民のために大変なご尽力をいただきました安倍内閣総理大臣に心から感謝を申し上げる次第でございます。ぜひ皆さんと一緒に万来の拍手を安倍総理にお願いを申し上げます。総理、ありがとうございました。総理が病気のために道半ばにして退かれることになりました。しかし新型コロナウイルス拡大をするというまさに国難にあって政治の空白は許されません。この危機を乗り越えて国民の皆さん一人一人が安心をして安定をした生活をすることができるように、そのためには安倍総理が進めてきた取り組みを継承し進めていかなければなりません。私にはその使命があると認識をいたしております。この度の総裁選挙にあたり、ご支援、ご協力いただきました皆様方に改めて御礼申し上げます。ありがとうございます。そしてこの選挙戦を共に戦い論戦を繰り広げてくれました石破総裁候補、岸田総裁候補にも敬意を表し改めて御礼申し上げます。ありがとうございました。総裁選挙が終わった今、会場のすべての皆さん、そして全国の党員・党友の皆さん、自民党の旗の下に一致団結をしてこの日本の国を前に進めようじゃありませんか。私の目指す社会像というのは自助、共助、公助、そして絆であります。まずは自分でできることは自分でやってみる。そして地域や家族でお互いに助け合う、 その上に立って政府がセーフティネットでお守りをする、そうした国民から信頼される政府を作っていきたいと思います。そのためには役所の縦割り、既得権益、そして悪しき前例主義、こうしたことを打破して規制改革を進めてまいります。そして国民の皆さんのために働く内閣を作ってまいります。私は秋田の農家の長男として生まれました。知恵も血縁もない政治の世界に飛び込んで、まさにゼロからのスタートでありました。その私が歴史と伝統のある自由民主党の総裁に就任することができました。私自身のすべてを傾注してこの日本のために、そして国民のために働くことをお誓いをして私の挨拶させていただきます。ありがとうございました。
He is said to be modest, hate to lose, and not good at women. He is quite athletic. What was his background like? Mr. Suga was born in Ogachi Town, Akita Prefecture, which is surrounded by Akita Cedar and has plenty of nature. As the eldest son of a farmer, he graduated from high school while helping out at home. Thinking I want to test my strength in Tokyo, I went to Tokyo as if I were running away from home. Even though I get a job at a corrugated board factory, I have a strong desire to study at university to broaden my horizons. While working part-time, such as carrying a dolly at Tsukiji Market, to save the entrance fee. When I return to my apartment, I will continue studying for exams for 2 years. At that time, he entered Hosei University, which was the cheapest private school. After enrolling, he continued to work part-time, worked in various workplaces, and graduated from university while earning tuition. Employed in a private company, in the life of a salaried worker. It is politics that drives the world. I want to spend my life, he said, to the political path. However, there was no point at all, so I jumped into the student section of the university and introduced by the Hosei University Alumnus Parliamentary Office. Hikozaburo Akanogi worked for 11 years as a secretary to the former Minister of International Trade and Industry. After that, even though the child was still 3 years old, 1 year old and 1 month old, decided to run for city council member from Nishiku, Yokohama. However, he is currently a leading member of the Liberal Democratic Party. And fierce opposition from the surroundings. It is exactly the start without ground, signature, and bag. Act first, act second, keep walking 300 houses a day, and win the miracle for the first time. From this experience, if you have the will, there is a way is the motto. Active as a young ace of the Liberal Democratic Party for the second term as a member of the Yokohama City Council. Therefore, I have strong doubts about the centralized system centered on the country, which has financial resources and authority. Aiming to realize a decentralized nation, in order to challenge national affairs, he resigned from the city council, and after living as a Ronin, he made a wonderful first challenge and was elected for the first time. As a young reformist leader in the first term. Under the banner of breaking down gerontocracy, he bites head-on into the old constitution of the Liberal Democratic Party, which is centered on factions and led by bureaucrats. In the Liberal Democratic Party presidential election, he carried Mr. Saroku Kajiyama as a first-year student and called for the resolution of financial instability and the reform of the Liberal Democratic Party. Became parliamentary vice minister for land, infrastructure, transport and tourism, breakthrough administrative barriers, etc. Night discount. We will work to significantly reduce the price of the Aqua Line and realize a one-stop service at the port. efforts as chairman of the simulation team for economic sanctions against North Korea, became parliamentary vice minister for economy, trade and industry and chaired the simulation team for economic sanctions against North Korea. In addition to prohibiting the entry of the Mangyongbong, luxury goods and remittances that only reach the upper layers are prohibited. Also, as the chair of the wire fraud eradication working team, efforts to pass a bill prohibiting the sale of prepaid mobile phones. In addition, when he becomes the vice chairman of the party's parliamentary measures, he works as a coordinator of difficult parliamentary operations. For the fourth term, served as Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs and Communications, and became Minister of Internal Affairs and Communications in the Abe Cabinet. Hometown tax payment and HK reform. Yubari problem. A certain large dictionary Nadonitsuzo problem. Realization of shortwave radio broadcasting to North Korea led by Japan. Mobile phone number carry-over system and strengthening of international competitiveness. Enactment of Decentralization Reform Bill. Implementation of postal privatization, etc. Great success as a talented minister who makes 19 laws in just 1 year. Served as vice chairman of election countermeasures, who is in charge of election practice in the Aso cabinet. In addition, he was appointed as the caretaker of the Sentoku Parliamentary League to promote decentralization reform, which is the starting point. Leading the reform with the motto "No national vitality without local vitality." In addition, we are actively working on earthquake countermeasures, condominium problems, and public housing problems. He has always appealed for a break from bureaucrat-led politics and has demonstrated a wide range of action beyond the party. He won the 2009 House of Representatives election in a difficult situation and won 5 consecutive small constituencies. Continue to appeal for generational change and organizational reform to reform the opposition Liberal Democratic Party. Every day I go out to the city to hear the voices of as many people as possible. In order to create a new Liberal Democratic Party, he struggled to create President Abe in the 2012 presidential election. The Liberal Democratic Party regains power after being elected for the 6th term in the House of Representatives election, which was appointed as acting Secretary General under President Abe, appointed Chief Cabinet Secretary in the 2nd Abe Cabinet. The Abe Cabinet puts the highest priority on the revitalization of the Japanese economy and tackles various issues politically. We are particular about steadily producing results one by one. As the cornerstone of the administration, he has been working hard as a press conference and coordinator of various policies. July 8, 2016 became number 1 in the history of Chief Cabinet Secretary. Winner of the 8th term in the 2017 House of Representatives election. On May 1, 2019, Japan's historical milestone, the succession to the throne, took place. Prior to that, the new era Reiwa was announced on April 1. As I thought in Reiwa, aiming to realize a society where everyone can make big flowers bloom. Keeping in mind the original intention, if you have the will, there is a way. I will continue to run today as Chief Cabinet Secretary.